and well, welcome back. It's been a long time. I've barely been on in the last 2 months because I've been playing this. So you can see here we are at 370 hours. We are right near the end of White Knight Chronicles 2. We sort of got rushed into this one, and I don't remember what we were playing on our list. But my friend told me that the servers were shutting down on June 18th, and this was in April. And to get a platinum in this game, it is anywhere from 3 to 800 hours, depending on how well you play. So, having played the first one, I knew exactly what I was trying to do. When I made the spreadsheets early on, distributed those. If you go to PlayStation3Trophies.org and go to the White Knight Chronicles 2 page, you'll see the spreadsheet I made to do the binding trophy, if that's what you're stuck on. And our goal was really to get nice and close, to get close enough to finish this by June 18th so that we can do it on our own time. But turns out I found a nice group of people, and we were all in the same exact boat, hunting for the platinum. So we were able to pretty much crank it out. So we are GR 29, guild rank 29, 29 out of 30. And pretty much in this game, once you hit 26, nothing new really opens up. So you're really just trying to get everything done at this point. So here we are. We have to run 10 or 12 of these left before we finish, and I thought this would just be good enough if you're running solo and you want the easiest thing to do on your own. Probably this quest. Just do Arena 2, the first fight. And I'm putting currencies there, and finish offline because none of my friends are online tonight. I'm gonna hop on and help them finish off theirs. They were within, I think, 2 million each to the end. So this is one of those, if you focus only on grinding GR, it'll only get you so far. I think the best course of action, if you are playing this offline and you're looking to see, can I possibly platinum this by myself without any of the online stuff enabled. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. You're really going to focus on, well, number one, getting to GR20 is your first goal. Alright, if you do the story, you do all the bounties, you do all the quests, you should end up around GR15. And then your goal is to really run what you can to get up to GR20. This will actually end up on GR17, but it won't be as fast. If I didn't screw up, it would be even faster. It won't be as fast. It'll take about 5 minutes to do it on your own. I was running Axe until I did all my rebirths. And Axe seemed to be the second option on the first fight. Axe works really well for that. Other than that, let's see. Hit GR20 and then start farming for the blue items. And if you go to my binding spreadsheet, you'll be able to see where to get those and how many you need. And if you just sit there and you get those, you start with the Polkin King one. And you get all those. And just work down the list, which is everyone you could run. You'll find yourself almost in GR26 in no time. I got some 26 just on blue items. And that will also get you most of the things you need to finish off the rest of the items. For the trophy, at least. The end game stuff, which we have here, you'll have to work separately towards. But that will get you, that'll take a big hunk of it out. And then 26 to 30, if you just focus on maximizing the gear, which you're going to need to do. And if you look at here, you can have 3 sets of gear. So what you're supposed to do is do the first one. To the side. You're supposed to do the first one and just stop fighting. You don't get enough more GR points to make it worth it if you're just grinding after the GR. So yeah, 26 to 30, you're just maximizing your gear, finding the things you need to pretty much get it all down. 20 to 25, as you're running Velgander. When you get Velgander 8 and 9, you'll start finding unidentified items in the GR25 range, and that's really... There are some items, I mean, I'm wearing an unidentified piece of armor that has strength, vitality, and dexterity. It's literally the perfect piece. So let's do this one faster this time. What else? There's one thing that I just don't know if it's possible to run solo. You'd need to really tweak your NPCs. You'd need to have them have all their rebirths so they can have all the passive skills and perfect armor, and that's running Velgander Upper Annex for that trophy. Possibly the hardest trophy in this game in terms of just pure challenge, because the first phase isn't so bad, it's the second phase, which is just murder. I mean, he does so much damage, he could knock you out in 2 or 3 hits. It's rough, to say the least. But this one, once you get going, I really don't have the optimum setup for this. Kara could do more damage. If I could force her to do more damage somehow, I could actually draw heal first. That'd be good. She'll just triple knock away because we don't have to worry about them really hitting us in this one because their defense is so high. What would be the best class to solo? Well, in White Knight Chronicles 1, it was definitely Spear. In that one, the way damage was calculated is different for every weapon type, and one of Spear's damage bonuses was Vitality, so the more hit points you got, the more damage you did, which is fantastic. I think it still might be Spear in this one. Having the shield and the higher damage capability would work out really well. I found the bow, so I started an axe, just 'cause I played bow in the first White Knight Chronicles, and it wasn't that great of a solo character, but in this one it has much better utility. You get item bonuses and junk like that. You go online, well, you can't go online if you're playing this after the server shut down. Online today, 90% of the people are either bow or mage, just for the damage output. Mage, if you play a true mage, elemental, and divine, that might actually be a pretty decent mix. You can do a lot of damage with mage. They're kind of slow. I don't like all the lag time in casting, but they can do a ton of damage, a ton of area damage. And of course, you can keep yourself and your NPCs alive. I like to run. Before we had all our gear, I like to run with myself as the axe, as pure DPS, and I had Kara and Yuli as bows, just so they could keep me in my, full of mana, because axe is only really effective if you're spamming your 20 MP skills nonstop, and that quickly drains your magic in any sort of real mission. Otherwise, this game is really a grind, and I cannot foresee a solo platinum in under 500 hours if you're doing this by yourself. They're just, in its most basic sense, this is a Monster Hunter game. On this quest. For small odds of something to drop. And you get a whole bunch of those small somethings to make something bigger. The only problem with this one, so you can do more quests, is that this one sort of presents the harder quests before you can get the items. So you need the items to beat the harder quests that you can't beat without the items. So it takes a lot of fine-tuning, maximizing the gear as you go, which just really increases the time if you don't have anyone at a higher level to help you with it. But I know a lot of people like this game. It's sort of a shame the servers are being taken down so soon, and I feel sorry for anyone who has not gotten into this yet, because they've only been up in the US for not even 2 years. D5, who is running the US servers, has just sort of dropped the ball on this one. There was no advertising. They didn't bring over. Alright, we got, 13 more to go. 14 more to go. Localizing was really... Well, I shouldn't say localizing. They didn't bring over any of the Japanese DLC. So here, once you get past this story, it's your guild rank that sort of determines what quest you can and cannot do. Your level is sort of irrelevant. Once you hit 80, which is guild rank 20, again, I think, which is the one you want to get to ASAP, so you can get some pretty good weapons. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in Japan, and servers are of course staying open, and the guild rank cap, I think, has been increased to 50, which opens up a whole wealth of items and armors and junk to do. So, as I said, it is a shame that they haven't really given the US the support. But you know what? I don't think the US really has a taste for these games. Like, not in big quantities. We have Monster, not Monster. Well, we have Monster Hunter, of course. That's the one that everyone knows. Dragon Dogma is another gun. Apparently I bought that. I was cleaning up my shop yesterday, and under a pile of receipts I was filing Copy Dragon Dogma. So I don't know if I bought that in a drunken haze, or if my wife bought it as a surprise. But that is now in my collection, and I foresee myself playing another game like this in the not-too-distant future. I don't have Monster Hunter. I've never actually played namesakes for these games. I have a buddy who has Monster Hunter 3. He wants me to get it for my Wii, which I haven't plugged in since I moved. The last time I moved. So it's been in storage for 3 years. And that's sort of why I'm not getting a Wii U as well. Alright. So, a lot of downtime. The mission will take about 2 minutes, 30k a minute. They're getting, well, 30k with the GR token. I think it's 24-ish, 25. And if you're doing it, since you won't have GR tokens. So you're looking at nice, safe. I can't do math now. 125,000 GR. Alright, let's say 100k GR every 10 minutes. That's 600k GR an hour. Sort of highlight what you can do on solo. To get from GR 29 to GR 30 is 10 million points. So 10 million divided by 600,000, that's, you're looking at, what is that, 180 runs? 180 runs times 2, 360 minutes. You're looking at 6 hours of this to get your last guild rank. Of course, there are other missions that, of course, pay off if you're looking for unneeded items. You know, you just can't find the gear, or you just want a nice little crutch, and you don't have your GR 26 gear. Velgander 8 and 9 both give around 250,000 GR. They're tough, because all the enemies are tier 4, but you can do those in about 45 minutes, even with, you know, you run through those, look for the chest, run out. They're not too tough, actually. Other than the boss fights, which can be really tough. Other than the boss fights, it's actually relatively simple to get through those. Most of the time, only whether certain items drop you unlock the shields. But those give a lot. They take longer, but you also have the chance to get better items as you're running through them. You can even just farm those for items and not even try to complete them. But beyond that, I mean, there are some really great... If you're a modder, and you can just give yourself anything you want, of course you could just give yourself the GR, but I knew some guys who modded themselves a weapon. They just gave them, I don't know, 25,000 damage or something. It was ridiculous. But they wanted to actually play through the game and find everything else, and they wanted to get all their other trophies legitimately. But they just couldn't play online. So they're like, oh, well, I'm doing the damage of 6 people by myself. It's the same thing. I just don't have to be on the servers to do it. He said that with that, you can do Velgander Upper Apex in, not too much longer than this. So he said, like, mission start to mission start. That includes all the load time and in-between times. 2 minutes, and you get 130,000 GR. So it's Well, it's 4 times more effective than this. And that, he said that one really boils down to like 1,300 build points a second. So that's one way to look at it. I don't know how you mod, but I assume it has to do with the Game Genie just came up for the PS3, and there was something else. I forget what it was called. It's a British company, but that allows you to pretty much either use save from someone else's PS3. It allows you to change the not region coding, but the account coding, I guess, and also you can do back coding to go through that. That's what we used to do back on the PlayStation 1 days when we were making, trying to make a database for what game was that? Not Valkyrie Chronicles, Vagrant Story. So we had that. Do those data dumps. That one. The Vagrant Story, in terms of weapon finding, was very similar to this one. It was stupid complicated. Compounded by the fact that you only had storage space for a handful of things, so you had to plan everything from the start, and you couldn't have anything extra. So, no, we didn't. Sometimes the worst part is just this. You got like 10 seconds before you can move when the quest starts, and you got 20, maybe even 30 seconds here waiting for that damn screen to pop up so you can all go woo when you're in a group online. Alright. I really don't need cash anymore, because once I get this platinum, this game is gone on the shelf, and it has never seen the light of day again. Just like the first White Knight Chronicles for me. I know people who kept playing that. I did the bare minimum, and that one actually took me a lot longer. That one was, well, I didn't know what I was doing half the time. They sort of explain how the online stuff works, and like how to effectively farm for items and all that junk, but it's just so overwhelming sometimes, and you just get stuck in a rut where there's no one online. That's sort of in your levels, and you're just trying to do it by yourself, which takes at least 3 times longer. But after this, one of my subscribers, awesome subscribers, Garfield actually sent me a copy of 10 million or billionaire, 10,000. So I was watching Skyla play that for a bit. That looks interesting. So yeah, we'll give that a replay. I don't know if I'll beat that because it seems really tough. But that'll be next. So yeah, nice. And of course, I have been dispersing this with PlanetSide, and I don't stream PlanetSide. Not typically, because I can't pay attention to the chat when I'm playing PlanetSide. So I feel like if anyone hops on, I never see them. It's a shame. So that's why. I mean, I can. I've got the bandwidth now. It's all available. And what I would like to know if there is the Steam chat app. I guess I can use Raptor on my non-gaming computer too. I always hate how Steam pops up chat in-game. And that's completely not related to anything I've been saying, but I have been doing this for so goddamn long that anything to pass the time is really what I'm aiming for. I'm usually watching videos on Giant Bomb, but giantbomb.com. Awesome site, but I just don't want to get in and rebroadcast some problems with them because I love the guys. You know what, I'm going to save after the next one just in case. Do 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 do. And yes, I've taken the day off of work today. When I woke up, I had just a couple million left. I'm like, yeah, I will not be able to think straight. And all I'm doing today is designing, so it's not like I can get lost in physical labor. So I'll stay here. And when I'm done, maybe I'll Google Sketch and draw myself instead. Really close. Getting excited. I haven't done a challenging class for a while. I'll be back to 9. This will be number 30. I went through a phase where I just got my PS3 because we moved to a 900 square foot apartment. We used to have 2 TVs when we had our house. We were buying a house in June, so it's closed. Everything else is done. So we used to have 2 TVs, and 2 rooms. We had a living room. Of course, we watched TV in the basement where I go and play games. But now that we have 1 TV, I have to stay up really late at night to go to sleep. I can't play it very loud on the TV because it's right next to the bedroom. So until I got the second tuner card for my PC, so I can play. I'm playing this on the computer. The computer's going into the other computer. Until I could do that, I just didn't have the chance to play all the time. So it's good to be back. Play a lot of computer games. Last year, I spent about this much time, 2 months or so, playing Diablo 3. Because I wanted to solo beat Inferno with my Witch Doctor. And I hear it's gotten a lot easier now. But when I was doing it, playing the Witch Doctor, which apparently, I'm going to say the Witch Doctor was always very well balanced, because it was never touched the entire time I was playing. But it was tough. It was tough, especially when you got to Diablo, which had 47 million hit points, and then it would spawn a Shadow Witch Doctor, and if that Shadow Witch Doctor used zombie bears, you die instantly, and everyone in your party would, so it was rough. It was just rough. That was a lot of time just farming for an item that I could sell. And I've heard that there's all these market problems, auction house problems, which of course is foreseeable, but it got really, really bad recently. So I'm pretty glad I'm not playing. I got that out of the way. I want to like Diablo 3. God damn, I really want to. I want it to be fixed, and I want the itemization to work, and I want it to be... No, I want it to be... I don't want it to be Diablo 2, but I want it to have that same sort of replayability, that same feel, and that's all about itemization. But of course, Path of Exile is in open beta, I think so, and I've played through that once, way back when it was a closed beta, or just out of alpha, and that's a fantastic game. I've played through Torchlight 2, and that is a fun-ass game as well. And there's one being made by the makers of Titan Quest, which looks fantastic. Well, that's one I'm really interested in. Think about having with these little tier, I think you can just do a tier 3 guy. They really can't hurt you. It's the tier 4 guys. They can knock you around a bit. And then the super in there. I guess they're technically GR30. So that's what is up and operate that. A couple of them. If you hunt for them in the monster quest, then they can just knock you around like you're not running around at all. Like 4 more? Challenging plats. Plats I had a really hard time. I made a mistake in Dark Souls. 3 more. I made a mistake in Dark Souls in that one. Platinum wasn't hard. I got stuck on a couple boss fights. I forget their name, but there's a fat guy and a skinny guy, Smurg and Smedg, dragon guy and a fat guy, and it's a double boss fight. And I didn't want to do any of the bosses with help, because I think that's cheating in Dark Souls. Anything's easy with people in that game. It's doing it by yourself. There's a certain order you want to kill them. That's easier the first time you go through, and I think you want to kill the. It's usually easier to kill the fat guy first, and leave the spear guy for last, or I think the other way around. Kill the spear guy first and leave the fat guy for last. The fat guy is the dodge. Whatever it is. There's an easy way to do it and a hard way to do it, and you need to do it twice to unlock all the things in the same game. So you do new game and new game plus, etc. Easy way and a hard way, and I did the easy way the first time around, which was a mistake. The hard way the second time around. There's actually a significant jump in difficulty the first new game plus, and so they toned down after that. But I got stuck on that by trying to do it the hard way. That was me a week. I think trying to get some tail items to drop. So that wasn't a challenging pleb, that was just a challenging boss for me. The first White Knight Chronicles, that one must have been 3 months. When it's almost to the day, I think my GR tickets expired, which is fantastic. It couldn't work out better. It took me, I bought them pretty early in the game. I played for about a week doing single player. Then once I started hopping online, I bought some of the tickets right away, just to make this a bit faster. 20% GR bonus really adds up when you're doing 10 million per level. So that's, you only have to do 8 million. Not quite 8, a little bit more than 8. But you know what I mean. That really adds up. Same with the item drops, which, again, I feel sorry for you. If you're in Europe, oh, what did they say down south? God bless your heart. Because you guys, without those GR tickets, you guys have to earn significantly more GR per level to go up. And that's just going to be death. And you're using the US servers, so you're going to get shut down as well. And I heard that they actually already pulled your tickets off the store. I could technically... Well, I haven't checked this last week, ever since the TOS changed, but until then, before then, you could buy all this stuff recently. So my second round now. On the last day, 2 more missions to go? I'm not paying attention. It is pretty mindless at this point. And there are people who are still going to play this single player. They are already GR 30. They have multiple characters, which blows my mind. So you can just respec your character in about an hour in this game. Complete respec, back up to level 80, whatever you want. I'll remember to put a link to my spreadsheet in the description to this video once it gets uploaded to YouTube. It really is, I'm not tooting my own horn, but it really helps you streamline what you're hunting for. And I'll repeat it again. When you're farming for items, really focus on the things you could only get in the quest rewards. And those are really the blue items, and the blue items from White Knight Chronicles 1, so... Because in the process of doing that, the things you have to kill to finish the mission will give you other items, and it will really, really ease up that binding trophy. And then you just want to... I recommend keeping 200 of everything if you're donating stuff to to sell for cash, or just to raise your binding rank. You know, 200, and then once you start going through and you realize I don't use lower level things, start selling them off. You never know what you need for weapon enhancements and junk. Alright, we are at the very, very last one. Woo! 2 months, or 2.5 months in the making. And we are ready to go. Any save state forever. For freaking ever. I will say, and no, I'm not going to say it yet. I will say it in about 3 minutes. I don't want to jinx myself. We'll do a full mission, why not? Why not? We'll revel in it. Nah, screw it. I'm not gonna do a full vision. Why? Why would I want to do that? I was done with this game about 100 hours ago. We will be returning back to our normal broadcasting schedule. Where do I go with our friends over the schedule? We will do that tonight, starting tonight, I think. It'll be good. It'd be good to be back online. This was just so goddamn boring. Yeah, I'd just be wasting bandwidth. I'd be wasting your time, and I'd be wasting my time. And there's so much downtime just sitting in an online town, just trying to get people to go do your frickin' mission. You just sit around and you wait. And you wait if you don't have a group. Well, sometimes I think those of you not going online are going to be a little bit lucky because you don't have to deal with the community online. I'm not going to say is a very good one. Half of them are good. There were guild. People in my guild are fantastic. And done. I'm going to print. Oh, I couldn't print screen that time. Print screen. There we go. There we go. Finally! With little teeny Ash. Oh. And that is White Knight Chronicles 2. So, what I was going to say was that this game has not crashed on me yet. I didn't want to do it in the second last mission. The first White Knight Chronicles crashed a bit. This one's good. Unless you're going for... So those of you who want to play... You actually kind of want to play White Knight Chronicles 2. Want to know if you can play the first one. The first White Knight Chronicles story is on White Knight Chronicles 2 disc, and it has all the enhancements that came with White Knight Chronicles 2. There's no reason to get a copy of White Knight Chronicles International Edition unless you want those trophies. So even if you get White Knight Chronicles 1 on this disc, you'd only get the White Knight Chronicles 2 trophies. So, that is that. If you are just looking for a story, the story isn't mind-blowing, but you can play through both games in about 60 hours, and even without any online stuff at all, it's not bad. I kind of enjoy it. It's just the online grinding non-stop that is killer. So, that said, we will be back. I don't know if I'm going to get any work done. I'm just sort of going to make some coffee. And maybe play some 10 million, maybe play a computer game, or maybe another PS3 game. I'm going to just take this disc out and hide it. So, thank you much. We will catch all of you later.